Class 25 TAC 1 of your Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. I'm Guy Bonner, Programs Coordinator, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Please rise as you are able and remain standing for the arrival of Governor Little, Major General O'Donnell, and the rest of the official party, the arrival of cadets, the presentation and posting of our national and state colors, our national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the invocation. Permission granted.
March. March time. March. March. Face. Raise that. Arm. Belt, face. Got us. Ready, face. Forward, march.
It is my honor to introduce Cadet Staff Sergeant Grigg to lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is now my honor to introduce Cadet Staff Sergeant Nava to deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Lord God, we gather today to celebrate the culmination of months of dedication and hard work. We give thanks for the graduates, their family, and the faculty who have guided them. We ask for your blessings upon these graduates as they begin new chapters filled with challenges and opportunities. May they continue to learn, grow, and serve with wisdom, grace, and integrity. We pray for your guidance and protection as they go forth to make positive differences in the world. And we pray that today will be a great day. I know that you are proud of everybody, went this long, and made it to the finish line. We would not be here if it weren't for you. We thank you for everything you have done for us. And I pray after this day, we will remember this commencement. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Please be seated. Welcome, everyone. I would like to thank Governor Little, Major General Donnellan, and all of you that are joining us today to celebrate the notable and impressive feat these young men and women have achieved today. Leaving your environment and all the things you are comfortable with for 22 weeks can be likened to trading your warm clothes in on a cold day for swimming gear and jumping into some cold water. It's shocking and uncomfortable. As time goes on at the academy, you grow accustomed to these strange things called structure, time hacks, goal setting, responsibility, accountability, obligation, and duty. It becomes familiar to them, and in their own timing, they begin to embrace it. I am proud of each one of you for persevering to the end, completing something difficult and unwanted yet necessary for your future success. This is what we like to call an adult decision. I want to remind the cadets and families as we begin these commencement events that their journey is not over. The post-residential phase begins today. We will be in regular contact with you cadets for the next 2 years, at least once a month for the first year and then quarterly in the second year. We will check in with you and see if there's anything we can do to help you. We will be wanting to know how you're doing and what you're pursuing, how your placement plans are going, and what resources that we can connect you with. We know you have set goals while here, and we also know they may change. That's okay. Reach out to us, and we will reach out to you. Remember that this will all be done through our closed alumni app called Mentor Pro. This is our primary form of contact with the staff and those subject matter experts throughout the state that have volunteered to help connect you to various needs. Congratulations on beginning your journey. I'm excited for you and can't wait to hear from you in the future. Idaho Youth Challenge cadets, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our director, Melissa Browers.
And it's okay to clap more than 5 times. That's just the cadets, so don't worry about it. Welcome, Governor Little and Major General Donnellan, distinguished guests, parents, and guardians. Thank you for joining us today as we honor the achievements of the Idaho Youth Challenge cadets. Class 25 TAC 1, congratulations on this very important and significant day. You probably don't remember 22 weeks ago, you decided to make sure that you accept this challenge, and it was a very cold, wintry day in January. This challenge will forever affect your future life choices as you use the tools given to you to improve your attitudes, behaviors for a better version of yourself. Acclimation was your first true test at the academy. You learned that everything was earned, not handed out. You stood for chow for 2 weeks while balancing your food tray on your handbook. You realized the importance of time management with 2-minute showers. And you understood the importance of staying silent to work on your discipline. After acclimation graduation, school began. And our incredible teaching staff showed each cadet how to be good students without the everyday distractions they were used to back home. After 8 weeks, Family Day arrived, and each cadet was allowed to show their new skills to their families. Then, the long time frame between Family Day and Home Pass seemed to last forever. For the staff too, just to let you know. Home Pass came, and each cadet found that they needed to use the life coping skills they learned to deal with problems back home with friends and family. And now, here you are at commencement, 22 weeks later. Cadets, you have faced adversity, but shown resilience and grit through trials. We know that trials produce perseverance, and perseverance produces character. Overcoming obstacles strengthens your ability to face future challenges with greater fortitude and moral integrity. Mountain Gems, your motto is, Rise above! You will face challenges that may seem daunting, but always remember that for the last 5.5 months, you are being held under pressure and sculpted. So now you may overcome any obstacle and shine bright in those dark times. Gems, use the core values of Rick daily to remind you that true character does matter. Axemen, your motto is, Set the standard! Your first line in the Axemen Creed is, I will stand tall and proud in the face of adversity. After spending 22 weeks in a quasi-military environment, you will encounter many adversities as you return to your hometowns, to old habits and old friends. Set the standard in all walks of your life by never quitting, forever pushing forward on the path to excellence, because we know that there is no such thing as a former Axeman. Scouts, your motto is, Lead the way! Remember your tech sergeant's lessons as you venture out and become leaders in this great state. Each of you has the potential to do great things, but you must work for it. Scouts, what are you entitled to? We are entitled to food, clothing, shelter, medical attention. Everything else you get is earned. That's right, everything else you get is earned. So when you go home, remember that. I am very proud of the accomplishments that each of you have made this cycle, but I am forever grateful to our staff who worked tirelessly to ensure that each cadet was given the opportunity to be successful. Let's give the staff of IDYCA a round of applause for their hard work, passion, and dedication to the cadets of IDYCA. So please welcome to the stage the Adjutant General of the Idaho National Guard, Major General Timothy Donnellan.
Well, good afternoon. Today is a good day. I'd like to give a special thank you to Governor Little, not just for your attendance today, sir, but for your support of this amazing program. For without your support and your leadership, these cadets would not be here today. Also, a huge shout out to our distinguished visitors, our tribal partners that are with us today. To Director Brower's amazing job. This is her first class as the new director, and the seats are full. So thank you for your leadership. That's always a good sign. Special thanks to the staff and cadre. These things don't happen on their own. And it takes an amazing amount of dedication and hard work. So I am always thinking of you, and I cannot thank you enough for what you give to Idaho and to these kids. But especially thanks for the graduates and your parents that are here today. And for class 25-1, well done. And congratulations. There are 121 of you are graduating today. There are 20 diplomas, 3 GEDs, and 19 4.0s. That's pretty impressive. And while you sit today and we tell you congratulations and a job well done, I hope that you will see that the last 6 months, roughly 6 months of your life has really been about one thing. It is about giving you opportunity. No one is going to hand you a bag of gold or a brand new car or the lease to a new house when you walk out of here. But what you will walk out of here with is the gift of opportunity. Few people in their life get the opportunity for a reset. What brought you here was that you knew you needed a reset. And on those first few days, as Director Browers mentioned, it was probably the toughest time of this program. But you stuck it out because what brought you to the dance kept you at the dance and is bringing you to the very end. So my hat's off to you. But don't ever forget that all you got in the last 5.5 weeks was opportunity. So what does that really sound like? That opportunity was you were shown the art of possible. Before you got here, you may not have realized what it took to actually focus on schoolwork with all the distractions. You may not have realized that you could run more than a quarter of a mile, or you could do more than 10 push-ups, or you could get a full night's rest. You've been shown the art of possible. And so now, with the art of possible, think of the things that you can do. And so I'll challenge you, as you think of the things that you can do, think also the things that you should do. And make that combination something worthwhile. And I challenge you to live a life dedicated to something bigger than yourself. It is possible. It is possible for you to wake up every day and do something for someone else and put yourself second. And I will contend that you have done that over the last 5.5 weeks. How many of you have comforted each other when your classmate was having a rough day and maybe was thinking about dropping out? You put them before you. How many of you tutored each other and put your needs to study as second and put your teammates' needs first? You can live a life of purpose and a life of higher purpose just like you have done in the last 5.5 weeks. So I challenge you to think how you can do that. And what are some options that you can? Well, you can take public office like Governor Little has. And I'll guarantee you Governor Little has put every citizen in the state of Idaho first before his own needs. You could join the military, near and dear to my heart. You could join the police. You could join government service. You could join the Peace Corps, IDL. You can be a teacher. And you've had plenty of exposure to good teaching in the last 5.5 weeks. But you can pick all of these things. 2 of you have already decided to take service before self to the next level. And what I'd like to do, with Director Brower's permission, is to call out 2 cadets who will be at the Idaho State Police I-Lead Academy. So when I call your name, please stand. Will Cadet Logan Messina and Diana Molina please stand? Okay, take your seats, please. Thank you. These 2 cadets will start tomorrow at the ISP I-Lead Academy, and they will spend a week learning what your Idaho State Police does. They'll learn about leadership, and they'll learn about service before self. So I commend the 2 of you, but I challenge the other 119 of you to find these opportunities and know that you can live a life of higher purpose. Why live a life of higher purpose? Well, I believe that life is about experiences. At the end of the day, we are all going to be in the same place. Hopefully it's in a good nursing home. And the only thing you're going to have is what you are going to be able to talk about. As you sit around on the front porch or in the dining hall or wherever you're going to sit around, you're going to tell stories. You're not going to show off your cars. You're not going to talk about how nice your house was. You're not going to talk about all the things that you bought, but what you are going to do is you're going to talk about the adventure that you had in this thing called life. So my challenge to you is to build as many stories as you can and be the one that talks everybody else to sleep by the end of the day. So how do you do that? It's going to be difficult. So I'll give you some tips, only because I know you asked and you were thinking it. The first one is, if you truly believe that we are what our experiences make us, then you have got to build your bag of experiences. And the only way to do that, in addition to living your own life, is to read books and learn what others have learned in their life. Here's something to think about. If you read a book that someone wrote about their life experiences and the things that they learned, and you read one of those books per year, either an autobiography or a biography, you're going to learn everything that they learned. In 1 year, you will have lived your life, and you will have lived their entire life. You'll live 2 lifetimes in 1 year. If you do that for 10 years, you will have lived 11 lifetimes in 10 years. And think of the wisdom and the experience you will build from that. If you don't like reading books, I would challenge you to listen to a podcast. Listen to a podcast about somebody, from somebody, and listen to their story. So build those experiences. They don't have to all be your own, but you can gain the wisdom of others. The second one, you've heard this phrase a lot, but make lemonade out of lemons. And simply put, that means whatever happens to you in life, get over it. All of us deal with adversity. Some of it is tougher than others, and I'll hand you that. But I will guarantee you that nobody in this room, I don't care how old or how young, has not dealt with adversity. And we are judged by others, and we judge ourselves on how we deal with it. In the end, no one really cares what happened to you. What they do remember is how you reacted to it. We started the ceremony with a young child that was crying. I'll guarantee you that young child was dealing with adversity. But I'll tell you what, I don't hear him anymore. So good parenting or making lemonade out of lemons. And the last thing I will say to our cadets is find the way to yes in your life. Look for it in others and demand it of yourself. Unfortunately, the easiest word in the English language is no. It rolls off the tongue. And for a lot of people, without even thinking, they will say no to whatever it is they want to do themselves or somebody else is asking them to do. In my lifetime, I was told as a young man that I could not be a fighter pilot. I had too much curvature in my spine, my eyes were too bad, my grades were not good, and I didn't have a degree that was competitive. And I stand before you today as an A-10 fighter pilot, 3,200 hours, 5 combat tours, and all I have with me today is a smile on my face to say I didn't take no for an answer. So my challenge to you cadets is don't take no for an answer. If someone tells you no, you can't do something that you have wanted to do all of your life, you find someone to say yes. Similarly, if someone asks you something and it's an inconvenience or you just don't think you want to do it and you find yourself saying no, slap yourself and find a way to get to yes. Do those 3 things and you'll be on your way. And my message today isn't just for these cadets in front of us. It's also for the parents and the family members in the audience. And I would ask you to consider those same 3 tips. Oh, there's adversity. Those same 3 tips that I threw at your family members that are in gowns today. If you're a parent, a brother, a sister, a child, hopefully not, but brother and a sister, read or listen to as many things as you can get your hand on. Because I got news for you. This journey is going to end, and we are all running out of time. Life is the game that nobody gets out of alive. So if you find yourself not knowing what's going on in the news, not understanding what's happening around you, then find out. And then as an adult, share that with your children, share that with your family, and you'll find your conversations all of a sudden will bloom, and you won't have enough time to talk about all the things you want to talk about. For our parents and family members, make lemonade out of lemons. Think about how you live your life and how you raise your family and how you take care of each other, and think about how you deal with adversity as a team. The strongest thing, I believe, that makes you get through any adversity of life is your team. You could be a team of 2, you could be a team of 4, you could be a team that I have lucky of 5,000. At the end of the day, it's going to be the team that's going to power through adversity, and that takes leadership. So I ask you, for parents, family members, be leaders to these cadets. These cadets are not the same people they were when they left you. They can be leaders in your team. And when you need leadership, hand them leadership and see what they do with it. I promise you will be amazed. And finally, for parents, it's the hardest thing. Find a way to yes. It's easy to say no. I've got 4 kids. It's easy to say no. Sometimes that's the easy button. I challenge you to say yes. When your family member comes to you and wants to do something and you're just not sure what it looks like, find a way to yes, trust them, and I believe that you will be just as pleased as Melissa Browers, our director, and the staff have been over the last 5.5 weeks. So as I started this talk, and just some words of wisdom, I appreciate your patience, but just to remind you, today is a good day. It's a good day for us as family members. It's a good day for these cadets. And it's a good day to be in America in the great state of Idaho. So on that note, it's my pleasure to introduce our governor of the great state of Idaho, the Honorable Brad Little, who I'm sure will have much more poignant words of wisdom than I had for you today. So thank you for your time. Governor.
Good afternoon. I'm going to start with reading books, General. I read a book about Colin Powell. How many of the cadets know who Colin Powell was? You're all too young. Well, he was chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Secretary of State, and I was reading a book about General Powell, and he talked about giving a commencement speech. And he started off the speech saying, my goal is that 10% of you will remember 10% of what I said for 10 minutes after you leave this auditorium. That was a joke, you guys. I know you're very serious. But, you know, the state of Idaho is very proud of this academy. It's the 11th year. It was actually one of General Donilon's predecessor, General Saylor, and my predecessor, Governor Otter. They came with the first in the nation possibility that we would put an academy in one of the most remote places in the United States of America. As you probably learned, Pierce is the second oldest community in the state of Idaho. Captain E.D. Pierce, in search of gold, established that community when they discovered gold there. And of course, gold was what brought the first people to Idaho. And it was the exploration of this state that caused the evolution of this state over the generations. To the staff, the academy staff, all the staff that's worked for years, this academy has been beyond the expectations we had when Governor Otter first proposed this to the Idaho legislature, and they wisely funded it. General Donilon's comment about opportunity, I'm just going to briefly tell you what I think, what I've learned in my life are 4 of the best possible things for you to maximize the opportunity in your lives. I have been very fortunate in my life to know a lot of very successful people, mainly in Idaho, all over Idaho. The pioneers that made this state, whether they be in education, whether they be in business, whether they be in community leadership. Those people are the ones that made Idaho what it is today, the fastest growing state in the nation, whether you like that or not. But the first is always hard work. Some people will look at people that have been fortunate in life and say they were lucky. I do not prescribe as luck as a secret to success. Louis Pasteur once said, luck favors the prepared mind. And the prepared mind is always that person that works the hardest and works the smartest, but continues to work. Hard work is a given. But the second, which is very important to me, and is what my wife preached to our sons as they were growing up, and that is the incredible value of making the right choices. Making good choices, and often that means making tough choices. The choice of what you've learned at the academy, of how you spend your time. Well, you really didn't have a lot of choice in that. But that is, when you leave here, that is going to be one of the most important choices you will make. Every day when you get up, what do you do that day? What do you do to make yourself better? What do you do when you go to bed at night and look yourself in the mirror and say, did I do good today? Did I do better today? Did I get something done today? The second choice is who you affiliate with, who you associate with as your friends, and probably even more importantly is who do you select as a mentor? Whether it's a parent, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a coach, whether it's a faith leader. Find those mentors, the people that you want to be like, and pester the heck out of them. Find out what they did that made them so special that you admire them. And all through your life, think back about what that mentor told you to do. The third one, which is something that you also learned here, is to continuously learn. If you take the state of Idaho as a good example, as I said, it started off as a mining community. Then it became a timber community in this part of the state, agriculture and food processing. Subsequent to that, we've had a wide variety of different industries that come into the state of Idaho, but it's been people that have continuously learned. You got to realize they all started off as miners, loggers, farmers, and then they and their children, with a good education, a good opportunity, have made Idaho into the state it is. So even when you're in that rocking chair, that assisted living center, taking General Donlin's advice, you need to continuously learn. Even if you listen to that cranky old guy next to you in the rocking chair and try and learn from him. But you can never take your foot off the gas if you want to be successful, to continuously learn. The other thing that you definitely learned here was how to work with others, how to continuously learn. I have the good fortune to talk to a lot of business leaders, education leaders, philanthropy leaders all over the state, and what they will tell you is they want people that will continuously learn. You will show up at your first job with a set of skills. Who hires you and who determines your success is going to be, how do you continue to sharpen the saw, continue to get better. Those are some of the skills that this incredible program has offered to you. And the final thing is that after that collaboration, you do that hard work, you do those choices, you continuously learn, you collaborate and work well with others, that it's all filtered through a layer of incredible integrity. Integrity is something that it takes a lifetime to get and can take an instant to get rid of. That integrity with those other 4 points is what's going to launch you into success going forward. As I said, I'm very pleased to be here. I'm pleased that you made the choice to be here, or perhaps you had a little help from the other people that were in the audience to make that choice, but you made the choice to tough it out. You made the choice to continue to work hard. You made the choice to live all those other skills. I am very proud of you, and from all the people of Idaho, congratulations.
All right, now time for scholarships. From the moment it was born, the IDYCA Foundation has been a beacon of hope and support, pouring thousands of dollars into scholarships and amplifying the quality of life for our devoted cadets. As a certified 501c3 organization, every donation made to the foundation is tax deductible. Not just limited to financial aid, the foundation also proudly champions incentive awards throughout the program, supports legacy projects initiated by the cadets themselves, and caters to a myriad of other academy necessities. Today is a special day. The foundation is all set to award 3 scholarships. So as you hear your name, we invite you to step into the spotlight, walk up to the stage, and accept your scholarships with pride from Director Browers. Receiving a $500 scholarship today, Cadet Airman First Class Aiden Nolan. Cadet Nolan will return home to finish his high school education, and he then plans to attend CSI and pursue a career as an electrician. Make sure I'm not photobombing. She gave me the head nod. Approved. Receiving a $1,500 scholarship, Cadet Staff Sergeant Logan Missman. Cadet Logan will return home to finish his GED and pursue a degree in fire science. Additionally, he will be working towards certification as a paramedic. Receiving a $2,000 scholarship today, Cadet Staff Sergeant Rachel Walker. Cadet Walker is receiving her diploma today. She will return home and pursue an education in cosmetology. Please welcome Commandant Brandon Binder to share some class and individual achievements during the residential phase.
Welcome, everybody. First, I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to those who make today not only possible, but meaningful. First, to our governor, thank you, sir, for your continued support of our program and for being with us today. Your leadership sets the tone for service and dedication across our great state. To our Adjutant General, Major General Donilon, thank you for your steadfast commitment to our mission and the example you set for all who serve. Your presence today is a reminder of the strength, unity, and purpose that defines the Idaho National Guard. Thank you. To the parents and families, thank you for your patience, your encouragement, and most of all, for trusting us with your sons and daughters. Your support behind the scenes has made all the difference. And to the cadets, thank you for your time, your trust, and your effort. You've each shown resilience, commitment, and growth through this journey. And we are proud to stand by with you today. Over the past 22 weeks, these young men and women have faced and conquered many challenges. They've grown both personally and professionally, and today they stand more disciplined, more physically fit, and more academically prepared than ever before. I'd like to take a moment to highlight just a few of their achievements. Together, Class 25 TAC 1 completed more than 5,317 hours of service to community. That's the equivalent of over $184,000 in in-kind contributions to our surrounding communities. It's a big deal. Thank you, cadets. Their service took many forms, from assisting the elderly and supporting nonprofit organizations, to volunteering at the fish hatchery, and even working directly with the U.S. Forest Service to maintain and improve our national forest campsites and hiking trails. Without these young people's dedication to their service of those in need and to the common good, these projects would not have been possible. They have made a great and lasting impact on our state, and they have learned the importance of selfless service to the community. And I look forward to seeing how they continue to serve in their hometown communities in the future. When I said that these cadets are more physically fit than ever before, I absolutely meant it. These cadets have worked extremely hard in all aspects of physical fitness. They've shown growth and improvement in all areas of push-ups, sit-ups, and their mile run times as a squadron. Though some of their physical fitness was more consequential than actual planned PT events. 50 burpees for curse words, a lot of curse words, people a lot of curse words. 50 burpees for being out of uniform or not standing at the position of attention correctly, and among many, many other things. These cadets have just done outstanding in the area of physical fitness. And when it comes to being healthier, as a squadron, these cadets lost over 820 pounds in total. With the axe flight losing the bulk of that at 429 pounds. Great job, gentlemen. So at this time, I'd like to recognize a select group of cadets today. When I call your name, please stand. From the Scouts Flight, Cadet Staff Sergeants Brown A. and Denalia and Garcia A. From the GEMS Flight, Cadet Staff Sergeants Dunn and Weaver. And from the Axe Flight, Cadet Staff Sergeant Olson and Savastyanov. So these cadets were chosen in week 12 to serve on what we call the Cadet Peer Review Board, and they have carried out this important responsibility with unwavering respect, integrity, courage, and commitment. Over the past 10 weeks, they have worked collaboratively, providing support and guidance to many within their squadron. The Cadet Peer Review Board was conceived and established by one of our cadets from our very first inaugural class, with the goal of motivating and inspiring their peers during challenging times. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication to your team. Go ahead and take your seats. So in closing, I just have a few words I'd like to share with the class of 25 TAC 1. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are tiny matters to what lies within us. The way we act or the way we react at all times, both in positive and negative situations, shows who we really are. When the situation we're in becomes difficult, stay strong and work hard to meet the challenge. Remember what you've accomplished today. Remember what you've accomplished over the last 22 weeks. And rather than give up or throw in the towel, stay strong as you have learned to do, to make your situation better regardless of the cost." Martin Luther King Jr. said that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. You will at times find yourself, even if you are strong, wanting to or even needing to give up. It is during these times when we are forced beyond our reasoning to dig deeper than we've ever dug, we then find that we still have more digging to do. Digging will require different types of tools and different types of situations throughout our lives. These tools are given to us by our peers, our mentors, our friends, and our families. But these tools are only recognizable during the situations that cause us to dig for them. Sometimes we avoid obtaining them entirely because we avoid the situation that would dictate us to dig for them. Now is the time for each of you to begin to dig, to look for new tools to use to help keep you motivated and inspired. Now is the time that the motivation and inspiration will not come from the staff or your peers or even your family. It is at this point, as young men and women, you are going to have to draw that motivation from within. It is my hope that you have found most of the tools that you will need here at the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy, where challenges are made to help develop you into who you never thought you could be. See, the staff, we did not change you. We merely provided the tools and the opportunities for you to choose to change yourself. So stay focused on what's important, because there will be no more second chances. The time of yesterday is gone and it will not be coming back. This is your chance, this is your time. Use it wisely, use it well. And congratulations again to all of you. We are all very proud of you. So at this time, I will now invite our executive of the Cadet Peer Review Board, Cadet Staff Sergeant Weaver, to announce our Cadet of the Cycle. It was no small task to choose a Cadet of the Cycle out of 111 cadets.
Today, I am honored to speak about a cadet who exemplifies the true values of dedication and service. This cadet is the embodiment of honesty, always upholding integrity in every task, no matter how big or small. His willingness to help others is unmatched, always ready to lend a hand to help fellow cadets, ensuring that no one is left behind. His focus is unwavering, whether his training or participating in squadron activities, consistently setting an example of what it means to be committed to excellence. Above all, he is hardworking, tackling every challenge with a relentless drive and determination to succeed. But it is not just his work ethic that sets him apart. He has an incredible sense of humor, always ready with a joke or a lighthearted comment that brings a smile and laughter, helping to lift everyone's spirits when things get tough. His efforts have not only contributed to his personal growth, but have been instrumental in helping to build and strengthen our squadron. Through his dedication and infectious energy, he inspires us all to push beyond our limits and work together towards a brighter future. It is with great pride that we now recognize Cadet Staff Sergeant Johnson as Class 25 TAC 1 Cadet of the Cycle. His outstanding contributions of leadership and unwavering commitment to the squadron have left a lasting impact on all of us. Congratulations, Cadet Staff Sergeant Johnson, for your exceptional dedication to your fellow cadets and your continued growth as a leader.
Each cadet was given the exciting challenge of crafting a commencement speech. Of those, 6 cadets were chosen for the honor of competing before the entire squadron and numerous staff members at the IDYCA. An exceptional trio of cadets emerged as the victors: Cadets Staff Sergeant Walker and Cadet Senior Airman Molina from the GEMS flight, and Cadet Staff Sergeant Johnson from the Scouts flight. Please welcome to the stage our first speaker from the GEMS flight, Cadet Staff Sergeant Walker.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Staff Sergeant Walker. I came to the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy because I needed to stop myself from my bad habits, and I thought the place would be a good opportunity for me. A lot changed when I came to the academy. I never realized how much I had before I came here, and I took most of it for granted. I went from being a troubled teen and using illegal substances onto a changed woman who now knows right from wrong. Even though I may seem the same on the outside, something in me changed the moment I walked into the doors on day 0. I never realized how valuable time was until I came to the academy. I remember believing every negative word I was told, like the captain of a sinking ship, choosing to believe the bottom of the ocean was a better source of oxygen. I remember never having motivation for anything, but here I quickly learned that motivation was a choice. I could choose to be lazy and make myself and others suffer for my actions, or I could push myself to change and be better for myself, my family, and my friends. I still wish I would have pushed harder at times. I learned a lot while at the academy, but something I had to learn on my own was the words, "I love you." I remember having a really bad day. We all have bad days, right? I felt useless to my flight, and like no one was there for me. I couldn't stop crying all day, but one of my peers said something to me I will never forget. The words, "I love you." I never realized how deep these words were until then, because I was never taught these words. so I had to learn them on my own. I never said those words before, not even to my own parents. I could say the words now though, and I will. I love you all, and I'm sorry I didn't say it sooner. Coming to the academy, I never realized how many things would change me, going from my first name to, "Hey, you with the face!" to my last name. Getting through the acclimation phase was a struggle for most of us, leaving our families and everything we had behind. I remember standing for hours, and I was so tired all the time because of the new sleep schedule. The days felt so long, and I would just look forward to Rags Post. Some days, I still can only look forward to Rags Post. I remember Miss Godwin reading to us, and I would think, will this lady ever shut up? But now, it's hard to fall asleep without her reading to us. Living with 33 girls is not for the weak, and I'm proud of everyone for making it this far. I'm proud of everyone who went through this journey at life at the Academy, because it's not easy. It's called the Challenge Academy, right? At the Academy, we were given a quaff score every week, which is pretty much the staff rating how well you did that week. But one small mess up can drop your score. But nobody's perfect, right? I had to learn from my mistakes, but that's okay, because winners never quit and quitters never win. So are you gonna choose to be down because of your mistakes, or are you gonna build, grow, and learn from them? Because it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. It's crazy how time flies, so make the most of it, because this academy will be a huge highlight of your life. If you paid any attention in Mr. Spaniel's class, you'll remember the rule of 5. As Mr. Spaniel once said, when we first arrive, we have 5 months. And before you know it, we're already 5 weeks in and looking forward to family day. After long, there's only 5 weeks left, then 5 days, then hours, and we're headed to commencement. It'll take 5 minutes, and they'll call our name and we'll walk across the stage. Before you know it, it's gonna be 5 years into the future. Thank you, class of 25 TAC 1. We made it. Thank you to the staff who made an impact on our lives and made us who we are today. Thank you, 25 TAC 1, and everyone for being a part of this journey we called Life at the Academy. And have a great day. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce from the Scouts Flight, Cadet Staff Sergeant Johnson.
To the cadets who took the chance, who showed commitment, who saw a future for themselves, who fought for their second chance, congratulations to you all, the graduate cadets of 25 TAC 1. I'm grateful to be standing here in front of you all to show the gratitude to IDYCA for successfully reclaiming our lives for the betterment of our future. The cadets before you overcame very tough obstacles and mental challenges that most teens in the United States have never experienced. We showed grit, respect, and honor to ourselves and to others. We all made a commitment coming here, a commitment to ourselves, to make sure our future is bright with nothing holding us back from our dreams and goals. We have been given the opportunity of a lifetime, a second chance. Very rarely do people get that second chance at life. I hope you all use your second chances wisely and that you set yourself up for success after our academy days. Wayne Gretzky once said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." We took a shot to better ourselves with the academy and we succeeded. Most of us have been dealt bad cards in life. We still decided to move on and look towards the future. We persevered through what we thought was impossible. The impossible thought that we can't change, that we will always be seen as thieves, liars, and menaces to society. Unfortunately, before the academy, I've proven these accusations to be true. To make it worse, I hid behind excuses throughout my life. The biggest excuse I used came from when I was only 6 years old. The day I witnessed betrayal from someone who was supposed to show me love, but only showed me evil and hatred. My father and mother were both in the military at the time. My mother has been very unstable throughout my childhood, and one day, the unimaginable happened. On a late night, my mother took me and my brother and locked us in a small bathroom of a motel room. My mother went outside the motel with my father to go smoke. Little did I know, that was gonna be the last time I'd see my mother alive. My brother and I were waiting in the bathroom when suddenly we heard multiple gunshots. A moment later, the front door burst open with loud footsteps and then one more shot inside the bedroom. My brother and I sat in the waiting, terrified of the unknown. Shortly afterward, we heard sirens in the distance and then the sound of the police kicking down the door. They found me and my brother and escorted us out of the motel. We turned the corner from the bathroom door and I saw the unforgettable. My mother's body halfway on the bed. I had to walk over my mother's corpse next to the motel. I can still remember the details clearly. I exited the motel to a pool of blood where my father had been, before the ambulance took his body away. At the time, I could not truly comprehend what had happened to my family. I was confused, scared, and traumatized. My brother and I were packed in the back of the cop car and drove to the hospital. My father survived, but it'd be a full 2 years before I'd see him again. He had defied all odds, surviving being shot in the head and chest with blue-tipped armor-piercing rounds. My father fought for 2 years to heal so that he could return to me and my brother. 2 years. When he returned, he never gave up on me and always pushed me to be better. Even with his own physical and mental battles that he fought every day. I grew up as a traumatized kid, but also a kid who lost his innocence too early on. I was a troubled kid who took everything for granted. I would always blame others rather than myself, and I hid behind my trauma. I even distanced myself from people who cared about me the most. And worst of all, I disrespected the one person who understood me the most. The one who has been with me since day one. The person who I looked up to the most, my father. I betrayed him every day with disrespect and disobedience, and he somehow still responded with love and guidance. I spent the last 7 years tormenting my father and stepmother with disrespect and terrible choices. Till one day, my father said that I was behaving like my mother. My mother, the person who nearly destroyed our family, the person wicked enough to take her life and my father's life and abandon me and my brother. Hearing those words from my father shook me to the core. I realized that I needed a change. My father had been telling me about the IDYCA for years, and after what he said, I finally decided to go. I had hit rock bottom and needed help. I never would have thought this academy would teach me so much about myself, about self-discipline, about balance. I came to IDYCA and made lifelong friends and great habits. I finally got to see my true potential. I found out how much I've been taking my life and my family for granted, how I prioritized everything except my family. I finally got to change myself for the better and leave the pain of my mother's betrayal in the past. While here at the academy, I push myself hard every day so that one day I can earn the right to look my family in the face and say with honesty, I had changed, that I'm truly sorry with all my heart. I will not be the person I am today without taking a leap of faith to my future and attending this academy. I want to thank IDYCA for opening my eyes so I can see I had everything I needed in front of me. I want to also thank the cadets in front of me for taking this journey with me through the lows and the highs. Everyone at this academy gave me strength to pursue my dreams and push through any obstacle. I've been blessed with this opportunity. Thank you for this second chance. It is my honor to introduce from the Gem Flight, Cadet Senior Airman Molina.
Hello to everyone, and welcome to the Idaho Youth Challenge Commencement. I'm Cadet Senior Airman Molina. I want to start off by saying how extremely proud I am of the class of 25 Tech 1. I'm proud of every single cadet here, not just because we've officially admitted to commencement, but because on January 18th of this year, we had the courage and commitment to take the challenge to change and better our lives. Before attending this academy, I'd hope it would be easy, but I'm proud to say that I wasn't. Thanks to this academy, I can prove that people can truly change. Many of us had to come because of legal problems or because we needed to catch up on school, and some were just taking the path to failure. Class of 25 Tech 1, the past is not what matters anymore. Because throughout the months, starting on day 0, all GEMs, ACTs, and Scouts became one no matter our differences. When we walked through the doors of the academy, many of us didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, and we had to find out the hard way when Tech Sergeant Leonard used her command voice telling us, "Hurry up and pick up your bag." From that exact moment, I knew this was not going to be easy. Even though it was hard, there was one thing that got us through, and that is that we didn't have to do this alone, because we all had each other. The camaraderie and support was always there no matter the situation. We saw each other at our best and worst, and looking back, I cherish every moment. During acclimation, I thought that most of us weren't going to make it. I mean, having only 3 minutes to shower and having to stand up for chow was bad. But what sucked the most was having to do Canada cycles every single time someone talked. In the Gems Bay, we had to do a lot. And everyone would always get so mad at the person talking because getting put in our faces for someone else was just nonsense. Although that's when we learned that it's one flight, one fight. I remember that there were many of us who would cry and complain, and that's when I realized that we had to support and encourage each other instead. So me and another cadet decided to try and cheer up those people who were crying and show them that we can all get through this together. There were some cadets who were annoyed because we were loud, but we knew that we were doing the right thing, and to be honest, it made me feel great. When people saw that we were doing something good, they decided to join in as well. That's when I realized that I could be a pretty good person, and that was just in the first week of being here. Like I mentioned, I quickly realized the academy was going to be a rough time, but what I wasn't prepared for was going through the withdrawals or the many heavy emotions, neither of which I knew how to manage. I came here with a rough past, and the worst part of it all is that I'm the one who chose to go through all of it. I went from being a kid with scholarships and always being a top student to someone who fell into a world of drugs and addictions. For me, it all started when my family decided to move for a supposed better life. When I moved, I lost a lot. My family got into money problems. My brother, who was my best friend, left home, and I soon went from being a home to being just a house. My dad was an alcoholic, and my mother was always working trying her best to provide us with what we needed. I would spend most of my time taking care of my little sister and my amazing brother who has Down syndrome, but after all, I was 12 years old acting like a parent, and somewhere along the way, lost myself raising others. When I was in that dark hole, all I would do was spend my years digging my own hole deeper. I fell into many addictions. I quit boxing, something I loved. I started selling drugs. I was kicked out of several schools. I was wanted by the law. I was house hopping and sleeping on people's couches, and that was if I was even lucky enough to sleep under a roof. There were some nights where I slept at playgrounds with an empty stomach, not knowing what was going to happen to me next. I especially remember those cold, stormy nights and how lost and alone I felt. I remember always looking up at the sky, asking God, why do I have to go through this? Why can't life just get better? Yet I was the one to blame, believing that me doing and selling drugs only affected me. The sad reality of it all was that I was affecting everyone around me. The truth is, I let the world of drugs rob my innocence of being a kid, and I now just see that. So I want to take this opportunity to apologize to all the people I let down, and most importantly, to the most hardworking and brave woman I have ever met, my mother. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry for always sneaking out. I'm sorry for all the times I left you wondering if I was alive or not. I'm sorry for all the restless nights I caused, and I'm sorry for never taking the help you offered and for always taking you for granted and continuously lying to you. And yes, it was me who drank all your bottles, and it was me who took all your pills, and I regret it all. Perdóname, mamá, por todo el dolor que le he causado. I just want you to know that you will no longer have to worry, because I'm now back to being the daughter you once raised me to be. Thanks to this academy, I learned what the word gratitude meant. And it wasn't easy learning, but I pushed through and did it for my family, including my cousin who has experienced this journey called life by my side, and who has always supported me in everything, good or bad, but who has also yelled at me every single time I was slacking, and who is now proudly walking this stage by my side, Cadet Alvarado. At the beginning of this academy, it felt like the days didn't have an end. I had a really bad temper, and I would always storm out on people who didn't deserve it. I was getting in trouble and acting out in anger when something didn't go my way. I even wonder how many people thought I wasn't going to make it. I know at first, I didn't see myself making it to this day either. Despite my doubt, many different staff often told me how much potential I had, but I never saw what they saw. I spent months being a selfish brat and never appreciating the effort they were putting in helping me change. I was tired of always getting told what to do and when to do it and what I could and couldn't do. I really just wanted to leave. The day I started the process of filling up my DOR, a wise and incredible person, Tech Sergeant Brueggemann, had found out and told me that if I go home now, I had just been wasting my own time here at the academy, but if I stayed, that I had the power to make the rest of it worth it and feel a type of accomplishment. In this moment, I knew that even if I gave up on myself, they would not give up on me. That day, I decided to turn it all around and prove myself that I am capable of being better, that I have the capability of being successful. Thanks to my cadre, I took the biggest turn. I especially thank Tech Sergeant McKinney, who always knew how to make me smile when I fell down, or Mr. Tribe, who was like a fairy godmother, who always appeared in every difficult moment, ready to give me a piece of advice. And to Tech Sergeant Ulrich, who had the most heartwarming smile, although she did not have a problem putting us in her face. I'm thankful for all the staff here. They showed me so many different types of coping skills and perspective in life that it only took me a couple weeks for me to change my ways. And by the end of that month, I went from punching sinks and bunks to ranking up and later on being chosen to be in 2 rounds of permanent leadership. The Idaho Youth Challenge Academy didn't just give me a second chance to start a new chapter in my life, but also gave my whole family a different perspective in life. And now I have the most beautiful family waiting for me at home. So if you have the mentality that you can't change, then you won't change. But if you just try, you will. And I promise, it will all be worth it in the end. Change starts from personal will. Surrounding yourself with encouraged people helps. I thank God and everyone at the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy who has always supported me and never gave up on me. Because I know the quality of being thankful, and I couldn't have done it without you. I know there are many things I could still improve on, but I also know that if I fall back, I have a family here supporting me to get back up. So keep rising above and embrace the suck. Estoy muy orgullosa de todos los graduados de hoy. Ahora vamos para adelante. Ya no hay paso para atrás. Entonces ponte las pilas y síguele echándole ganas a Dios. Síguele echándole ganas porque Diosito es muy grande. Thank you for your time, and let's give another round of applause to congratulate the class of 25 TAC 1.
Please welcome Principal Jim Hill, who will share some academic achievements and award certificates.
Good afternoon, Squadron. Good afternoon, Mr. Hill. It's the last time I get to say that to you. We are so proud of distinguished guests, families, IDYCA faculty. We're here to honor you, 25 TAC 1. We're so proud of you. I know it's hard to say sometimes in the exchanges that we've had, but seeing you here today, it's totally worth it, for sure. Absolutely. Your achievements as individuals in the classroom, in your flight, and in your squadron show everyone what you're capable of. I'm going to tell you some of those things that you've done academically during this cycle. In week 2 and in their final weeks, cadets take the test of adult basic education and the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test. They're better known as the TABE and the ASVAB. Class 25 TAC 1 demonstrated exceptional growth with an 80% improvement in the TABE test. And I just found out with more detail on the ASVAB is that some of you increased your scores by large numbers, a couple points here and there. Some of them were by 10 points, and we had quite a few of you that were scoring 20 plus points or higher. That's pretty uncommon on that test, so congratulations. This class has earned an impressive 99% of the credits possible, totaling 1,697 high school credits. On day 0, you had a combined GPA of 1.59, which is about a D+. Today, I am proud to announce that while at IDYCA, you earned a 2.94 GPA, which is one of the highest B minuses. If I had the choice, I'd have bumped it up, but I don't get a choice. You need to recognize that it's tremendous growth in such a short amount of time that you were here and what you're able to do. And part of that is because of you as a group and your tutor teams and how you helped each other to get those credits, especially when you didn't want to. We have several cadets who were also mentioned already, but they deserve even more recognition here. With the 19 cadets who earned their high school diploma from Joint School District 171, please stand. Would the 3 cadets who earned their GED please stand? And finally, would the 19 cadets who achieved a 4.0 GPA the entire 22 weeks that they were at the academy please stand? Everyone, give them a round of applause. You can take your seats. So I'd like to also recognize our partners at Lewis Clark State College's Workforce Training and Walla Walla Community College, both located here in Lewiston and Clarkston respectively. They've provided vocational experiences for these cadets. We've been constantly working on this program with them throughout the years, hopefully going to develop into some bigger and better things in the future. These included training in culinary arts, kitchen safety, basic health care, medical assistance, forklift training, basic electrical systems, flagging, welding, machining, and business computers. Every cycle, our goal is to expand the possibilities of career options for cadets. Whether they're entering the workforce or planning on a CTE program, a 2-year college program, or a 4-year college program. A lot of students out there don't understand what the possibilities are for them to have a strong career. So we're trying to give them as much exposure as possible while they're with us during the 5.5 months. Part of IDYCA's academic success stems from our collaborative efforts with Orofino Joint School District 171. JSD 171 provides our amazing teaching staff that enables cadets to earn a year's worth of credit in 1 semester. Their passion for education is reflected in each one of you. Our teachers help you realize that you can be academically successful, and education is a path forward, not a hindrance. Academic staff, if you're in the building, if you'd please stand up. As the principal, you deserve this recognition for all your hard work, and you deserve a well-earned break. But that's not it. I also would like to have all of the IDYCA staff to please stand up. Come on, I know you're here, stand up. I know some are cheating right now because they think they're working, so they didn't stand up. But I want you to understand, every one of these dedicated individuals has made a decision to help you, to make an impact in your life. They're exceptional in what they do and want nothing but the best for you. I hope that you will tell them thank you before you leave today. I hope you have some pictures, and I hope that some of those pictures have smiles on your faces, because some of you, I still don't know if you have teeth or not. As we celebrate our continued success at the Academy, it's important to acknowledge that change is inevitable, just like what you'll face today when you leave here. The Academy opened in 2014, and it has evolved significantly over the years. Through it, our mission remains constant to do everything in our power to get you back on track, to transform Idaho at-risk youth into productive members of society. Sometimes it feels like an enormous responsibility, but it's one we embrace because you are important, you are valuable, and you have incredible potential. We see that in you. In just 22 weeks, the IDYCA staff has become an integral part of your present and future success. Our focus on you is what makes us successful, and while it can be exhausting, it's also incredibly rewarding. Parents, guardians, family, and friends, remember that lasting change requires ongoing choices. Your graduate has learned valuable tools at the Academy to make decisions, hopefully the right ones, but there's no guarantees. Some will choose to use these tools immediately, some occasionally, and others, after experiencing more of life's difficulties, they will have to decide to use those tools and make that decision on their own. Please be supportive of them, listen intently, and ask engaging questions, and they just might surprise you. Thank you all for allowing us to be part of changing their future. Here's my marketing plug. If you know of a young man or woman who is at risk, who needs and wants to make a positive change in their life, encourage them to make that choice and contact us. The results of our program sit before you today. The Idaho Youth Challenge Academy is a collaborative mission focused on transforming at-risk youth into successful, responsible, and productive citizens of the great state of Idaho. An integral part of your success has been dedication and the teamwork of this staff. In a few moments, you will forever be Class 25 TAC 1 Idaho Youth Challenge Academy graduates. Set the standard, lead the way, and rise above with respect, integrity, courage, and commitment. It's now that time. Family and friends, please hold your applause until the end so each name can be heard and recognized. Thank you again for all your hard work. And graduates, you did it.
All right, the moment we've been waiting for. From the GEMS flight, Emma Alvarado Alvarez. Receiving her diploma today, Estrella Amandano Magadan. Michaela Baranobis. Sarah Brower. Receiving her diploma today, Jada Candasso. Heidi Carter. Ayla Kadri. Nevea Kamas. Sarah Connor. Angelica Costa. Receiving her diploma today, Jaden Denham. Also receiving her diploma today, Brianna Drummond. Jocelyn Duarte. Kaylee Dunn. Lindsay Garcia Perez. Receiving her diploma today, Bernice Garcia Rodriguez. Mackenzie Gates. Leisha Ann Gogui. Alili Gomez Bravo. Receiving her diploma today, Bridget Grigg. Also receiving her diploma today, Alyssa Hartman. Kimberly Heidbrink. Anathi Herzog. Isabel Hurst. Kylie Martinez. Piper McDaniel. Deanna Molina. Saw I lowered the podium. Annabelle Nunez. Aspen Rudd. Kelsey Schemmer. Danielle Vandenberg. Receiving her diploma today, Rachel Walker. Yeah. Shelby Weaver. Marisol Zabaleta. From the Axe Flight, Yosef Al-Atabi. Rain Allam. Alberto Ambriz Sanchez. Andrew Arevalo. Freddie Avalos. Brock Barris. B-Rock. Levi B-Plate. Good man. Aaron Berry. Isaiah Bybee. Jaden Diambra. Hunter Davis. Jack Edwards. Grace Ellenwood. Aiden Erickson. Zachary Fadness. Receiving his diploma today, Landon Hagan. Ian Jinks. Thandon Johnson. Ethan Jones. Daniel Kelly. Ryan Kenworthy. Josiah Lindsay. Joseph Lujan. Dylan McKenzie. Aiden Nolan, sorry. Buck Olson. Austin Partee. Michael Patterson. Harley Petersley. Jonathan Pachev. Mason Proctor. I told you. It's like my baby. Jason Rager. Felipe Romero. Better smile, smile. Dmitry Sebastianov. Jackson Stubbs. Richard Sutherland. Stephen Weber. From the Scouts flight, receiving his diploma today, Sandoval Ambry Sanchez. Receiving his diploma today, Hieronimo Arcos Perez. Also receiving his diploma today, Andrew Brown. Sawyer Brown. He's smiling. I was going to say no relation. Receiving his GED today, Cash Campbell. Somebody borrowed some tickets. Got some more people in here. Wyatt Charlton. There you go. Receiving his diploma today, Peyton Crossley. Also receiving his diploma today, Isaac Denila. Terrence Dutton. Max Etsidy. Ethan Evans. Anthony Garcia. Receiving his diploma today, Miguel Garcia. Dapper Dan, man. Oliver Harbaugh. Emmanuel Hernandez. Estevan Hernandez. Derek Hilliard. Cameron Johnson. William Keenan. Tilton Camara. Jorge Linares Serrano. Alex Luna. Brendan Mann. Kenyon Martin. Jacob Madison. Receiving his diploma today, Tyler Matthews. Tristan Moss. Logan Missman. His dad is Captain America. Lucas Mortensen. Mason Murphy. Jesus Nava. Receiving his diploma today, Malachi Osterman. Also receiving his diploma today, Christian Palmer. Chris Roberto. Daniel Romero Sanchez. Receiving his diploma today, Charles Shootman. Also receiving his diploma today, Aiden Shaver. Nicolaus Stiles. Receiving his GED today, Jacob Voshev Lubkov. Also receiving his GED today, Zach Walton. And I didn't mention it, but you cadets that have the sashes on for military, like you went to MEPS or ready to process or ready to go ahead and stand up real fast. Stand up if you got, yeah. So these cadets, yeah. Thank you. Go ahead, be seated. You could be seated. Thank you. Yeah, so while not a recruiting place, we do offer those options like any other high school, and so a lot of the cadets are able to pursue those goals when that is what they want to achieve. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's like we got some Marines, we got some Army, Guard. It's pretty cool. Air Force. So congratulations to them.
Great, Phil. Good job. Congratulations, graduates. Squadron Commander, put your squadron at attention and lead them in the IDYCA Cadet Creed. I've always heard that from the bottom, so this is the first time I've been here, and that gave me goosebumps, so well done, class. Cadets, move your tassels from right to left over the heart. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you from Class 25 TAC 1, the 23rd graduating class of the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. Give me a round of applause.
Please be seated. All right, graduates, one last task. Please remember to pick up your graduation packets. Those packets are essential for your next steps into the post-residential phase toward your educational and employment goals. They contain the actual certificate of completion for your Youth Challenge residential phase, your transcripts, diplomas, and a wealth of other crucial documents that will help you in chasing your dreams. Please also do not leave without collecting any medications you brought with you. Following your final dismissal, there will be a brief 10 to 15-minute photo opportunity with your parents outside. Please save any further visiting until after you find your way quickly to the gym to turn in your caps and gowns. And collect your gear with those vital graduation packets. Staff will depart with or without you having checked in no later than 1500. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. It is my privilege to introduce Cadet Staff Sergeant McKenzie, who will deliver the benediction.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we have gathered here today to celebrate the young men and women and their achievements at the IDYCA Class of 25 TAC 1. We want to thank you for leading us and guiding us through the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. This truly gave us a second chance at life. The opportunity to second chance is everything to us. Please bless the hearts of the IDYCA staff as they continue to help future cadets with their journey through life. Please help these young men and women and their families get home safely. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Squadron Commander, it is time to dismiss. Please welcome Major General Donilon for the final dismissal of cadets.
Squadron, dismiss!